Hey guys, it's Molly. I wanted to do, again, the Iridescent paints by Arteza. This time I'm mixing them with just gloss medium and varnish from Creative Inspirations. Liquitex also has a version, but that's not what I used. And I'm using GAC 800. So I'll put everything down in the description for you, including the names of the colors because they're kind of funky, crazy colors. I'm hoping that I'll get a little bit more iridescence and color shift now that I've taken the Floetrol out. So let's go. Hello, my friends. This cup is like overflowing. My hand is shaking. I can't. So, as I said, I'm using the Arteza, oh my gosh, yes, Arteza Iridescent paints again. I left out any satin enamel, I left out any deco art. I'm doing pure Arteza. I really want to see how these paints react. And as well, let me take off my ring. As well, I mix them without Floetrol this time. What I did was I did basically a 50% gloss medium and varnish and about 20 to 25% GAC 800 and Liquitex pouring medium. I made that into a pouring medium and used that to thin the paints down. So, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna do a straight pour and see how this comes out. Oh, that was a lot. I probably have too much paint here. This is a 20-ounce cup. And I'll list my colors below. I used the other bottles so that I would have enough this time. Yeah, I should have used a 24-inch canvas on this one. Ooh, there's all my pretty colors coming out, the pinks and the yellows. I'm glad that I used that, that brownish black as well. Ooh, it's getting kind of muddy here in the middle. What's happening there? I'm gonna pour from higher up. There we go. Now I'll come back down into the center. I'm gonna have some funky jiggling a little bit. I'm gonna have some funky lines here. Last little bit coming out of the cup. So when you're doing a straight pour like this, you can do that. You can change up your height. You can change up, you know, the way that your hand is moving. And it's all gonna give you a different design. So a straight pour does not mean, you know, you have to pour straight into the middle. It just means you're not making like any specific rings or designs. You're just pouring straight out of the cup. Whew. Okay. So I can tell with this gloss medium by itself, the gloss medium and varnish, I have a few bubbles. Gloss, medium, and varnish, you do not, I repeat, you do not want to hold it on there too long. It will scorch and dry the paint almost immediately, and it'll create like a film that you'll have to get off of there. So I'll give it that torch now to pop the bigger bubbles. Once I stretch it, I'll give it one more torch, and then I'm good. This center is going to be very interesting, but the gloss medium helps colors really like blend together when I'm using, because these paints were thinner for the straight pour. When I use the gloss medium and the paints are thicker, it actually helps hold those lines. So I'm just going to stretch this out and we'll see how this goes. I really like this side over here, so I think I'm going to stretch. Oh my gosh, my center is so cool. I think I'm going to stretch to this side first and then try to stretch that out. So hopefully this will give me a better idea of what my, off the side. Hopefully it'll give me a better idea of what the iridescent colors really come out like, since I'm not using the Floetrol, because the Floetrol ends up making colors matte. And it even says so, like if you look up the data sheet on it. So, and I would also recommend, if you guys are in different countries, Floetrol reacts differently depending on the country that makes it. They make it a little bit different, even though it may be the same company. Oh, I really like that side too. Huh. Okay. Ooh, I want to bring that back. I want to bring that back. I like that. Okay. Oh, I wasted a lot of paint on this one. I'll have skins, I guess, if they're not too muddy. I really like this center right here. This is where that muddy part happened, but I kind of like it too. All right. So yeah, check each country because each country is different. Like Australian Floetrol is not the same as the US version. Canada, I think, is pretty similar to the US, but if you guys are having issues or problems or things like that, you gotta think about where you are and that different countries may be making these paints a little bit different or the additives a little bit different. Okay, I'm gonna flip it around so that I can tilt these, oh, don't get my arm in it. I'm gonna tilt it around so I can get these last little sides. I really like that part over there, but I think it's gonna go off. I'm gonna do it as quick as possible and bring it back. I lost a bunch of it, but that's how she blows. Okay, last little bit here. I think this is gonna be a much better representation. I can see the shimmer. So we'll see if that shimmer actually dries that way. And I like that black brown. One, it did not mix to a green color here. It actually played really well with the yellow, in my opinion. And then I really like the pink and the brown combination together, and this, like, it's fiery red, but it looks a little bit orange. Okay, so working my way down to the last side. Also, when you're using gloss, medium, and varnish, the paints will dry much faster. Because if you think about it, like the way that varnish dries, I lost my little pink part on that side. Varnish itself dries much faster than paint would. So, okay, I am done here. And I touched my arm to this one little spot here. I may tilt that over just a little bit because I don't want to lose that right there, but I touched it with my arm. So I want that to go down over the side over there. And if that happens, you can just do what I'm doing now. And I actually like that off center, and it brought out this kind of fiery piece right here. Oh, the effects of gloss medium are phenomenal. I love it. All right, let me show you. Molly, quit playing with the sides. Okay, I'll show you. All right, here we go. Look at that. All the lines. Gorgeous. Oh, my color of my camera is changing over and over again. So that is what it looks like. Oh, it almost looks like this like wave that's crashing over. Oh, this is super cool. And so that is what I did to those lines at the very end when I was like, when I was doing the cup like that. And that's what created those. And that is not white. That is like a reflex pink almost. So I'll see how that dries as well. So overall, I'm really liking the piece. I will say for my pouring medium, I'm not super crazy about my coverage right here. And see, I guess I didn't waste that much paint. I'm not crazy about the coverage. I should have painted my canvas like I always do. But, you know, hindsight. So I don't know what I'll do with that afterwards. I may either paint the sides, or I may try to tilt this a little bit more, but I really don't want to lose this shape. So the other option is you can always frame the piece after with a floater frame. So that may be an option as well. All right, I'll show you guys the dried result. All right, so here it is. It's gonna be auto-focusing a little bit. Here is that. It really looks like it's like jumping off, and you can kind of see the iridescence here. Using the gloss medium definitely worked better. Here I've got my little bit of light, but you can see that purple right there, that pink and purple, their color shift. Oh, there you go. You can see it right there. I had to bring my lights that I use to paint inside so I could show you. And then kind of can get it this way too. Can you guys see all the color shift that's happening? So it's actually really cool, but definitely use some type of gloss medium or pouring medium, liquitex pouring medium or something instead. The Floetrol really just makes it dry completely matte. So hope you guys like this. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Check out all my links below the video. Commenting, giving thumbs up, watching the ads at the beginning, all that stuff is helpful to all the artists that you watch and support. So it doesn't have to be monetary. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. Until next time, happy painting. Bye.